Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. I am sure that each one of you had very fulfilling meeting with Baba, individually and also with 22,000 children of Baba together. No? It's amazing, 22,000 plus 1,200 us. But how Baba, I connect with Baba individually and Baba also connects with each one of us. You feel that way? At least I hear some of the experiences that even it's so far, some are sitting very far, but how Baba's light, Baba's drishti, some feel so close as if just Baba is looking at me, not looking at anyone else. No. I just want to explain a little bit on Baba's part and then we go into Murli. That as you know that Shiv Baba played the role, that means his coming, his descent or incarnation, whatever we say, in Brahma Baba. And so recognition that mother and father, Bapdada, that's where that title came, that Shiv Baba will enter Brahma Baba. And one way we used to come to know is through drishti. And I remember that first time when I was coming, our instruments in Delhi said that if you are in soul consciousness and if you remember Baba, then Baba will come in Brahma Baba. So there used to be so much practice of soul consciousness and remembrance, because if Shiv Baba doesn't come, then Brahma Baba will also come to know that this soul is in body consciousness. Why Shiv Baba didn't come? Generally, Baba should come and meet every child. So there was very intense kind of practice, I remember, and then we come and I used to see, I'm saying see, not feel is one thing. You feel things, we feel Baba. But through my eyes, like 1 second I had to. So the experience while playing with Baba, while Baba is speaking Murli, every time was different. So especially while speaking, like we say, who is speaking? Is it Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba? And now we know that it's both. So, but it's like, I used to see very clearly two lights. And like there is a light, then there is a bigger light, like suddenly, the light increases. And I had to kind of rub my eyes and say, yes, Baba is here now. So that was one way of, while Baba was speaking, Baba has to give Murli, then Shiv Baba will come and then Baba also will start speaking. But even during day, while walking around, I have many experiences, but one time, during 5 o'clock afternoon, Baba used to come out and he used to play with us. Sometimes badminton, sometimes cricket. Baba used to love to play cricket. So while playing, when you are very close, very gently Baba will ask, with whom are you playing? So we will say, Baba. Baba will smile, then Baba will say, no, Bapdada. So then we start seeing now that how, while walking, moving around, Baba just will enter. And I think it used to be it could be few moments, it could be long, but was a very lovely experience. And for me it is similar. Luckily when I am taking drishti from Baba, recognition or that experience is almost same. And most of you must have noticed now that there is a bit change into the way Baba enters. And I know that there had been a lot of discussion, but some also not very clear, that we are so used to certain ways. One way we are used to that Dadi Gulzar will come and sit, will have a jerk, and then will go to Baba, then offer bhog to Baba, then Baba will come and Baba will give drishti. And that hadn't been happening for a while. But I remember it was last February, I didn't come. So I had to sit in the room and had a computer right like this. So I am seeing Baba like here. And immediately I used to know that Baba has come. But they will keep waiting, because in whatever, then there are many souls, they say, but then how can Baba come? Because she didn't go in trance yet and she has to go there, that's where she gets into total silence, or she doesn't come to know, because that's where Baba has to enter into her. So there was a big change, but for me, I just immediately said, Baba is already here. No, you must have noticed in some Murlis, Baba, as soon as Baba came, he started waving his hand of blessing. For quite few times he just, and we knew that Baba is just giving drishti, but also giving blessings to the children, showing his hand. And then things had been changing. Then someone said about that why the sound, Baba's voice, is not as a Vyakt voice, is why it is like in an ordinary way. And so some of the questions come, but then when Shiv Baba came in Brahma Baba, there was no change in voice also. It was very normal, the way Baba will speak. That's all. Shiv Baba also spoke through Brahma Baba. So it's becoming like when there is recognition that as soon as Baba comes, you can see the changes, right, on Dadi Gulzar's face. And yesterday it was so interesting that we love Baba to be not going, so brothers said they want to sing for Baba. So it's very lovely. They were expressing their love. And then in the end, they said, now Baba will give drishti and Baba will go. So Dadi Gulzar said, Baba has gone. Baba is not here. She said, Baba is not here. I don't know if you all heard or not. Baba has gone. And I also, because then after that, taking drishti, because generally when Baba is there, he gives a very long drishti to Dadi Janki. Really, you must have noticed that didn't happen. Because, so we try to keep Baba, we try to entertain Baba, we feel, it's like our love for Baba. But when Baba has to leave, then he not going to. So that means we are so used to certain ways that in the end Baba must give long drishti, in the end this must happen, or in the beginning that should happen. But gradually what we have to do is to just experience Baba when he is here, and the recognition of relationship with Baba as Father, any relationship, but mostly when Baba comes, his relationship of Father. So when that, your heart really feels that relationship. So I hope that you all are clear about it, that now the way Baba enters is so gently, and Dadi Gulzar doesn't need to go in trance to bring Baba. Because Dadi Gulzar has kept aim. Of course, there are some specialities, that's why Baba used her as medium, and one of that was that she always saved the energy of thoughts. She never thought, keep thinking, keep thinking, keep thinking. She thought as much whenever is important. So she had this energy of thoughts. It's accumulated in her, which Baba was using. And that's actually true silence. Silence is not to speak, not to think, but silence is that you think whenever, as much, very clearly on that. And Dadi Gulzar had that nature of, like we think that mind means keep thinking. But there should be this nature now. Our nature should be, what are you thinking? No, I'm not thinking. I'm okay. I'm in silence. So very often during day, as many times, actually mostly we should be silent. It's only when we need to think we should think. It's not necessary I need few days of silence, but every day, because if you have that nature of being silenced more, then Baba can use you as an instrument at a different level. But also because Adi Gulzar kept this aim that I have to be like Baba. And so we were chatting with her one evening, and one of the sisters said, Dadi, now you have become karmatit. She said, no. I said, but you are like Baba, no? Everyone experiences Baba from you. She said, that's okay, others experience it. I said, but Dadi, there is nothing which is lacking in you. No, she didn't. She was very humble, and she said, no, there are so many dadis in front of me. So we said, Dadi, but you are one of the 8. She said, but they all are there already, no? So they have to get their number also. So we were kind of telling her that, no, you have reached to that stage and you are Bab Saman. And she didn't accept though. But we knew that that's what that means she made this beautiful effort of, remembering Baba. And her remembrance is quality remembrance. That means it's not through intellect, it's relationship. It's relationship. Baba is father, Baba is teacher, Baba is Sadguru. So it's really that the richness of remembrance is more of relationship. And it is because she and many had the fortune to stay with Brahma Baba. And because whole day it was not incorporeal God, or it was just father, now is teacher, now is Sadguru, now is friend, now is, because they had all these, during day, these experiences of different relationships with Baba. So that remembrance, I'm saying remembrance, not yoga, the remembrance is, few times I went in Dadi Gulzar's cottage in the evening to do meditation. Because some of, it's open, some went, and so I asked her, Dadi, what you do? It's half an hour. She said, taking powers from Almighty. I have to take all those powers and I have to be Master Almighty. And that's what I was doing. Different experiences she will tell. So because this alikeness where Shiv Baba is very comfortable to come, doesn't need to prepare Dadi Gulzar. Before was preparing, and now doesn't need to prepare Baba. Shiv Baba can come and use as long Baba wants to use her. Then someone asked me that why then that doesn't happen like whole day. I said, I don't know. It could happen in the sense that whenever you go and meet Dadi Gulzar, or this time during NCCCs, I had been calling quite a few times to Neeluben that whole world needs her presence, and there will be 400 teachers, if they all can be, Dadi can be there. And we were very fortunate that she had this pull to come in the evenings. And as soon as she sat on the stage, everyone felt Baba is present. Baba is giving drishti, right? Do you agree? Yes or no? So what is this? It's of course the stage alikeness, but also Baba uses her as instrument. And now this meeting, Baba says Milan, between children and father, between souls and God. It really requires very, very loving and very subtle mind and subtle intellect, where this recognition, then taking, experiencing, all that could happen. And then Baba described lot on confluence age and on our birth, new birth. And Baba kept using few times two words I liked very much, alaukik, and other word in Hindi said sukhmay. Sukhmay really means a joyful life. Sukh is, khushi. Khushi is like, I'm very happy. But sukh is something which is more deeper than just happiness. So Baba was describing our birth, our life at confluence age as alaukik. I don't know how many of you are used to this word, but we say laukik. And laukik means of this lok is world, physical world, laukik. Traditions, systems, our way of getting dressed, everything is laukik before Gyan. But when we come to Gyan, then this alaukik. And there is third word which is called parlaukik. And parlaukik, par means beyond this world, that is incorporeal world, incorporeal stage also, parlaukik. Then there is laukik, and in between there is alaukik. Alaukik could also be unique. Alaukik could also be spiritual. Alaukik also, in other words, is different. It's not same. Everything, whether you walk or you talk, or there has to be that spirituality, there has to be that alaukikta. As soon as anyone see, they should know, have this feeling, the thought that they are special. There's whether purity, whether spirituality, whether divinity, whether truth, everything has to be visible in the personality. So alaukik birth, Baba was saying. And second aspect which Baba brought up very much, that means if really I am in alaukik, spiritual or angelic or subtle, or I am not connected or affected by whatever is happening in the physical world, then what will happen? So that's like alaukik stage. It will keep you in a very, very joyful state of mind. It could be bliss, but bliss is little different, but it's more, which is also beyond sorrow and happiness. So each one of us, we have to ask ourselves, do I always remain joyful? And when you are joyful, that quality is seen on your face, and then you are cheerful also. Baba keep using word harshit. Baba is very much pleased, but also on the other side, Baba is smiling, Baba is looking. So how do we internally, any time, you have to say goodbye to sorrow. Why should there be sorrow? Why should there be suffering? Some people say because it's from the past. It's just my habit. Some say, I said, but why you look like this? She said, my face is like that. So I said, not all the time your face is like that. Sometimes it's like, So that means it's such a deep energy, it's a deep experience, connecting with alaukik. That means when you have become laukik, your logic, your reasoning, your speaking is laukik. One is doing things Lokik, other is connecting in more with the Lokik. So why Baba connects a Lokik and confluence age? We should always remember that those who have awareness of consciousness and awareness of confluence age, our omens are different than iron age. We shouldn't be thinking, oh, this will happen, that will happen, looking at what is happening outside in the world. Because our omens are completely different. I always remember that. I remember that someone was talking about financial situation or in personal life or in general. I said, we cannot think the way the world is thinking because we are in a different space. No? Baba has created this little age for us, very auspicious one, and small age, where my omens are different. We should never think the way, in Lokik way, whether it's about money, whether it's about body, whether about relationships. Our thinking also should be alokik. That I am at the age which Baba said is very fortunate, and also I am very fortunate, I am God's child, and I am remembering Baba to settle lot. No, in Lokik world, people settle by suffering, by fighting, they also settling, but we are settling through power of yoga. So every minute your omens are really changing. It's becoming more auspicious. You have to always remember it. Whenever you have to decide something, you have to remember this is my alokik birth, and also I am at confluence age. And then, Baba said yesterday, you all must have made the list of attainments of confluence age, fortune of confluence age. So when you remember that, then with that consciousness, awareness of confluence age, not only omens will be different, but everything what happens for Baba's children will be completely different. Last Sunday Baba said, what fear for what? Why you get nervous about anything? What will happen? No, nothing. You will not be harmed, you will not be hurt, you will not lose anything, there will never be loss. But it's because our thinking gets connected with Lokik world. We listen to the news, we listen to this, we listen to... So, one of the sisters, she sold house. So she got few $100,000. So she said, I went to my accountant and I asked what to do. No, because you have to think of taxes and all that. So I said, that's fine, And then she asked me, how would Baba would have advised if I had to ask Baba? So I said, well, if you are ready, I can explain you what you could have done. And it's completely different. Like for us, word investment is different than in a Lokik world, our investment, and Lokik world investment. So a lot of people these days, they invest whenever they have extra money. They say because then from investment they can more. And time comes that nobody has cash, right? Most of the people have credit cards or properties or cars or whatever, but it's not theirs, what I'm saying. It's only money, okay, can be yours. So Baba has really explained us, and within that, not only I'm at confluence age, but the consciousness that I belong to Baba. So everything what I have belongs to Baba. So I should be asking Baba, no? And Baba always used to say, someone brought 10 rupees. There was a time 10 rupees was a big contribution. And Baba said, how many children you have? Baba, I have 3. But how then you take care of them? Okay, you keep 5, give Baba 5. That's how Baba will do. Somebody will just say, Baba said, but how you are able to do it? But in that 5 also, when gradually this whole feeling of that everything belongs to Baba. The fortune of confluence age is really in this awareness of whom I belong to. Who has created this fortune? So your power to discern, power to decide, everything functions differently. If you are in the awareness that this is my alokik birth and I am at confluence age, it's a very important. Anytime you have to decide anything, not decide, oh, Baba said not to do this or do this. No. First you create right awareness. Always Baba's children ask, how do I know Baba is saying this? How do I know this what Baba wants? If you are in remembrance of Baba, the thoughts which will come in your mind will be thoughts from Baba, no? If your intellect is surrendered, you are a trustee, how will you think? Like Baba tells us, calamity is happening, let's say. So what you do? You sit in front of television and watch, or you just start doing your mansa seva? Because generally people just watch television when now flood is coming, this direction, wind is going. I say, well, what will you do then? Okay, you know forecast, like sometimes we have really, recently we had a big snowstorm twice. So we knew that we won't be able to go out, we should have enough food, we should keep some extra batteries, and so you prepare emergencies. And they warn you all the time not to go out. And it was so cold that people were, their skin was burning, cold burns, and it was becoming like blue, and so they were saying try to even cover you. So you know everything. So that is okay. But I always tell them, but it's okay, no? Let it happen what is happening. So we can plan bhatti, we can plan something, we can be together. We can have different way to celebrate within home. We don't need to go anywhere. So we do mansa seva. So, but if we start kind of acting more in a lokik way and not have awareness, then the protection, two things, providing and protection. No? I really believe that when you have a right awareness of your alokik birth and confluence age, everything is provided to you by Baba, drama, souls, nature, everything will be at service for you. But if that simriti, that awareness is not there, then we are mixing everything. Some fear, some concern, some faith, so we keep mixing. So then what happens around us also is not really as it should be. And that's not, you can say drama, but so what Baba was saying actually was underlining that it's always important to remember that we are at confluence age. And confluence age has blessings of fortune. It's a fortunate age, Baba said. So that means fortune really means what? Everything works well, there is constant success, everything is growing. Someone asked Dadi Janki that, did you ever thought, it was her birthday in last year, November, a very important person, that it will be such a big organization, you will all expand so much. Daddy said no. But Baba always told us, you are world mothers, you have to serve the world. Even we didn't know anything. Now I know what is world like. I have gone to all continents, but at that time I didn't know. But the image which Baba had created was really that, yes, it will be very big and it will be world family. And when I am seeing this, I am not surprised or I am not overwhelmed by saying, oh my, it's expanding very fast. But I knew there will be more and more. It will be bigger and bigger. That thought will be there. So I think that awareness of confluence age and your alaukic birth and the fortune will create such a energy and the omens that never think this happened to this one, it will happen to me. Or this is happening, this could happen to me. That's our doubts. You should always think, this is not what's going to happen to me. I belong to Baba. My omens are different. So it's like what you're invoking is something very elevated. Otherwise, sometimes we invoke certain situations. We don't realize that it's our thoughts really bring lot of things. But if you have this, because there is a saying that when there is appropriate awareness, then there is strength in that, there is power. We call it samarthi of simirthi. That means then every thought, your attitude, whatever is there, everything works, your drishti. So one is, okay, how many points Baba gave about confluence age. Other is to remind yourself that I am alaukic and internally I should always be in this pleasant, in this joyful state of mind. It's not, deeply within, I belong to Baba. If I have total faith, then there shouldn't be any fear. No. So confluence age, fortunate age, belonging to Baba. So your thoughts, your power to discern, actions you will do. Everything. And we always are different anyway, right? Wherever we are. Our food is different, even we wear other clothes, but still everything is very different. But sometimes, because we are social and we are spiritual and social both, we have to make people feel belong and that yes, it's your place, it's God's home. But in that socialization also, alaukikta should be there. Sometimes I feel that when they are socializing, after program, then we have reception or something, sometimes it becomes very laukic. And I always say that whatever, even if we are spending something, we are buying something, people should feel it's different. A lot of people, many students say, why don't you do this? I say, no, I can't, because we are different. Ours is alaukic traditions, alaukic ways. You cannot go somewhere and see something and say, oh, let's do that. But if it's not in Baba's tradition, so we always, whatever we have to do, even in program, after program, before program, we should always remember that there has to be some alaukic fragrance in that. Because otherwise for me, I feel you do so much program and then in the end it ends up in a very laukic way. I say, but we did so much effort and now people ate and now they're ready to leave. In the end, they just say food was very good. This was very tasty. Oh, you all worked very hard. So their takeaway is not alaukic. And I always feel a little bit concerned when I see that, as I say, socialization is important. Baba had picnic with us very often. Right? Dadi used to arrange picnics. So it's not there is any harm in that. But our conversation, our whatever, there has to be some alaukic atmosphere in everything which we do is very, very important. But also, when Baba talks of fortune, what is fortune? Fortune is, there are two things in life. One is attainments of confluences, other is achievements. Attainments are internal. Joyful, I am peaceful, there are a lot of attainments I have, internal. Achievements are that whatever I do, there is success. Whatever I do as very sustainable. Whatever I do, there is victory. Those are achievements. So attainments come through our inner spiritual efforts, but achievements are also very important, isn't it? So at confluence age, we have to keep both in mind. And people can see, I don't know how many of you, they had recently Dadi Janki's celebration, big celebration. And it was on Peace of Mind channel. So I was looking at it in New York. I didn't see all the sessions, so one of the session in which actually Robin was speaking. And Robin said, people asked me, how they feed so many people. He said, Baba. How they do all this? I say, Baba. Then I say, how come they have this Baba? So it's like the fortune, no? A kitchen which can keep feeding. 24 hours kitchen continues. You get 3 meals, you get 2 snacks, you get tea, coffee. Not only that, but yesterday that rice pudding which they make, you all must have had. So I also take some. So there was some almonds in that, there was some cashews in that. So I was surprised. I said, look, it's not just for few. Everything is shared with everything. And at this time in the world, one of the biggest problem is scarcity. Scarcity in 2 ways. There is never feeling of abundance. And if it is, it's more like a waste. But when we belong to Baba, there is no waste, but there is always enough. Baba says, not too high, not too low, not very cheap, not very expensive. When it's cheap, it keeps breaking. When it's too expensive, your mind is pulled towards that. So Baba has given us a standard for everything. So this whole awareness, then power from that, the energy and the fortune. And if it's in fortune, nobody can take it away. And if it's not in fortune, it could come and can be lost. But all that is connected with awareness. So from yesterday's Murli, at least, I underlined, which generally I remember, but sometimes it doesn't, that all the time we have to remember, this is my alaukic birth, I am very fortunate, and also what to remember, that I am at confluence age. Because this transition time, we are moving towards golden age. World is moving more towards extreme of Kali Yuga. So much, so negativity, so much violence, so much. Everywhere it's just vices. And for us it's purity. They don't attract. So where we are moving, confluence age is exit and entry both. No, I exit from Kali Yuga, I am entering golden age. That is why we are planning a project which will be talking more about how within my personality and the places we are, we create this whole feeling of new age, golden age, where everyone, whether it's the person, whether it's relationship, whether it's our activities, what is the future? That future has to be also the present. So importance of confluence age is, it's a blessed age, I always say. But if I don't remember that I am confluence age, and we start, as I said, even to decide on certain things, are you deciding based on that awareness? So now you all the time, any time you have to think, just check your thinking. Is it connected with awareness of confluence age and also your alokik birth? Even the consequences of actions, for me, they are different. If I do one good, Baba comes forward 10 times, but that doesn't happen when you are in Kali Yuga, no? You get good actions, bring good result, but it's only at confluence age it multiplies. So keeping our omens, keeping our energy, keeping our power, keeping our true alaukikta is very, very important to have this awareness that this is my alaukik birth and I am at confluence age. So Baba underlined it and we have to just always remember that some people come to me, they say, I have influence of this. I said, we have angels around us now. Always feel that angels are around me. And really I experience all the time. Anywhere I go, somebody, they are like angels. They want to come do something, be helpful. Whether nature or souls, or it's like you feel all the time surrounded by angels. No, some souls come to me, they say, I'm affected by this, that. I said, no. You have to invoke angels around. So if you invoke your angelic stage, and you look at others also in that angelic, so you're invoking that angelic atmosphere, angelic stage of others. So they will be for you like angels. But if I say so and so is like this, so and so is like this, then they are like this, then what you're going to get? So again, what I am becoming, and I see others also into that, so that their energy just also become angelic. Even if somebody has bad intention, Baba says it changes. Because what you are transmitting is that angelic vibrations. So that's what we all have to do now. Right? Is clear now? Baba's part is clear? You comfortable? Are you all comfortable? Or you still have some questions? Clear? So Baba has given us all the knowledge, all knowledge, right? So he doesn't come to give knowledge, but just to remind us, create atmosphere, create that awareness, and also for drishti. Milan, I meet Baba, I meet God. And that drishti is also very, very important. Okay, so let's have meditation now. And in meditation, if you can also, because there are, like one of the importance of confluence age is subtle world, angelic stage, all that is at confluence age. So go beyond always thinking in a lokik way, but think in a alokik way. When you think in a alokik way, you will create a alokik, a beautiful atmosphere around you, beautiful world, beautiful relationships. Okay, Om Shanti.